begin.
Let's begin.
Do you want to just start with your name? Yep.
Christine Waller.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And what's your relationship like with the city of Stirling? Do you live here or work here?
No, I've lived in this area for 40 years, so I did work for a short time in the area, but most of my working life was spent working out of the area. So, but yeah, I just, having lived here for so long, I know the area pretty well. So, you know, that's probably, I don't have an actual relationship with this city of Stirling. I just enjoy what it provides.
Yeah, yeah. And where did you come from before?
I came from Sydney, my husband and children. We decided to make the move over here because we thought it would be more opportunities for our family as they grew up. And yeah, so we settled on the Karrinyup area when we got here. We just liked, it was close to the city, and there was, the beaches were nearby. There was a shopping centre there, so everything was, you know, close at hand. And when we drove down Karrinyup Road to the end of it, and we come to, just as you go over the rise to down towards the beach, the ocean just stood out, and so we thought, oh, this is great, we're staying here. So yeah, we just liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. And did you say you had 2 kids?
I've got 4 children.
You've got 4 children? Yeah. Yep. So how old were they when you first arrived over here?
10, oh sorry, the oldest one was 12, 10, 8 and 5. Mm-hmm. So they were all going to school, so we had to organise for them. The kids could ride their bikes around the suburb. It wasn't dangerous for them. As they grew older, they went and played soccer in the North Beach, and some of them did athletics or netball, so they were involved in different sports. One of my daughters loved art, so she did lots of art like classes that the city of Stirling offered, so she really enjoyed them. So yeah, it was just like, you know, the kids, it was a different life to what it is today with the children. No electronic devices, so they made their own fun. You know, we lived near a park, so the kids could go there and that. So, you know, and you knew that they knew to come home, and you know, it was a much easier style of life, I think, for the kids then. So yeah.
Did you have any? What was the local park? And can you tell me about the other little local shops and things? Were there any delis around?
Well, we lived near to Karrinyup Shopping Centre, which even then had grocery shops and everything, and Myers and David Jones were there, and they had even a hardware store at one stage. So yeah, everything, you could go there and buy what you needed. So, but there were shops close by up at Doubleview, small shopping centre and that. So, and I don't think Gwellup didn't exist then, so, but yeah, so it's changed, like the Karrinyup shops has changed over the time we've been there. They've had about 3 alterations, so, to what it is today, so it's a huge area now, so yeah.
And did you make the use of the natural areas, like the beach and stuff as well?
Yeah, the kids all enjoyed the beach, so they'd go down to Scarborough or Metham's Pool. You know, they enjoyed that. So in the summertime, so we'd go, we'd take kids to the park. They loved to play, kick their ball around and do things, or take the dog for a walk. So yeah, it was just like day-to-day things.
Mm-hmm. And you said that you rented to begin with, and then you bought
a house. Yep.
Have you always stayed in that house that you bought, or?
We stayed in that for probably about 25 years, and then we moved to this one for about the last 15 years, so a couple of blocks further away. So yeah, so we just stayed in the area. So it's just, as I said, it's handy. It's got everything there that you need. So. And we knew people in the area, so that was always, you know, neighbours and that, even though they've changed, you know, new neighbours have come in, so we've sort of met a lot of people that way as well.
Yeah. And the kids, do they come home and visit, and do they love coming back to the area that they know so well?
One of them still lives in Karrinyup. The other three don't. Yeah, they know. Excuse me. They know the area really well themselves. So when they come over, they know what's available for them, and they like to come back. And they were very disappointed when we sold our first house, because that was our family home. So, and it's since been demolished, so that was even sadder. So, but yeah, they've still, even though three of them live out of the area, they still come up, and sort of they're quite confident. They know what's around and that, so they bring their children with them as well. So.
And you've obviously engaged with the facilities that City of Stirling has had to offer over the years that you've been here. How long have you been part of the Fitness 50 Club?
Oh, only about 5 months I've started here. So through some people that my husband and I know were coming, and they told him about it, so we decided we'd have a try. So I've continued on, and really enjoyed it. It's sort of you go at your pace, and there's no pressure, so which is but you feel like you are getting some exercise and stimulation, so it keeps me coming back for that reason.
And what other things do you do in the City of Stirling?
We belong to the library. Probably not a lot now. We've got a local park that our dog goes and visits regularly, or take him down to sometimes Karrinyup open space, or down to Karrinyup Reserve down there and have a walk around that. It's always nice down there. So just general things that you do. Other people that live in other parts of the City of Stirling, so visit them. So yeah.
You mentioned that your neighbours over the years have changed, people have come and gone.
Yeah.
Is there a particular type of person that likes to live in this area?
I think it's changed over the years. When we first came, the street that we lived in had just about all the other residents had been retired service people, and they'd built their houses there, and so they had mostly retired when we moved in, and so as what happens, some of them moved out. As they got older, they moved to retirement places, or some of them passed away. So it changed then, and where we are now, it's changed because the change that was in the codes for building has seen where there's one house on the block now, there's 2 or 3 in some places. So you've got where I had 3 neighbours, I've got now 6 people that live around me. So, and you don't often see any of them because the fences are high, and or you see them going and coming in. That's about all. So, and I think there's a lot of younger people have moved into the area, and that's made a change too. So, lots more dogs have appeared too. So with COVID, so
Yes.
that's another change.
Yeah. Obviously, probably with COVID happening at the moment, Sydney's not a great place to be, but despite that, would you say that you're a West Aussie now?
Yeah, I've been here that long, but I have family still in Sydney, so I always like to go back and catch up with them when it's possible. So, but yeah, mostly think of myself as a West Australian, and the children would think that too, because they've been here more than their part of their life in Sydney. So, they don't remember, a lot of them don't, the older ones remember a bit more, the younger ones don't remember so much about Sydney, so they've just grown up here. So, they've got all their friends here and that, so, the only thing we don't have is relations, but, that was one of the things that we considered when we moved here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To finish off, can you just tell me what your favourite thing is about living here in the City of Stirling, here right now, where you are out in your life right now?
I think it's just the facilities, like the parks that they offer. We have a park near us again, and it's always very well maintained, and it attracts a lot of people. I think the other like I mentioned, Karrinyup open space and that. You know, there's everything that you could look for really in Stirling, and I think it's just a nice place. People are nice. You know, we don't have any problems in Stirling as such that I'm aware of. But yeah, it's just a pleasant place to live. So very convenient spot.
Thank you.
That's all right.
That's it.
I survived.
Yeah, you survived.